Hey guys, it's KJ,
John,
and a sleeping Winnie from Disney Mom Life. Welcome or welcome back. If you liked today's video, please
give it a thumbs up,
subscribe if you're new,
ding that notification bell,
and leave us a comment. And John, where are we?
We are coming to you high above the Walt Disney World Resort on the somewhat all new Sky Gondolas, Skyliner. We are on our way to Epcot right now, so we're on that line.
We decided we were going to give you guys a review since we have been on the gondolas quite a bit, having stayed at Pop, so we figured why not turn this into its own video and give you our own. We are about to ride the Skyliner.
I need sunglasses on. I can't look this direction.
We're about to ride the Skyliner for the very first time. Very excited. We're staying at Pop. One of the reasons we wanted to stay here was to stay on the Skyliner so that we could get to two parks and also
Skyliner line.
Yeah. What's the hotel line? Where's Topolino? The Riviera. Guys, mom brain, baby brain. I just can't even. You're gonna hear me say that so much on this trip. But we are headed there now. There's not much of a line, so here we go. I'm so excited. Here we go. On the Skyliner for the first time.
Feels like a little bit of a ride.
Yeah, Winnie, what do you think?
It's really breezy.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Pop Century
Winnie, what do you
Resort
think?
and Disney's
What
Art
do you
and
think,
Animation
Winnie?
Resort. We are
Is the wind
on our
blowing in your
way
hair?
to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Disney's Hollywood Studios and
So
Epcot
breezy.
International Gateway.
Johnny, what do you think?
Honestly, it is so breezy in here. I was wondering if you would need air conditioning. You clearly do not. It's the morning, but still. And also, I don't know if it's a COVID thing or not, but having our own cabin or whatever you want to call it, car, is fun too. And we're just enjoying the views of Pop and now Art of Animation. Yeah.
What do you think, Wayne?
I'm assuming this is designed for more than one party because you could probably fit 8 in here, it seems like.
I guess.
And the great thing is you could also just roll the stroller right on. You don't need to fold it up.
Yeah, that is nice.
It's like monorail convenience.
So we are on the Skyliner, and it's like John said, it's really cool. So we're gonna try to enjoy it. Look, Winnie, Ariel! Look, Ariel! I'm trying to point stuff out too, but going to try to enjoy it. This is Ariel. This is really cool. I'm so excited. We're finally on and staying at a value, but also having this ability to have your own, just roll the stroller, like John said. It's like a monorail. Cheese!
I mean, this is so much quicker getting to. We couldn't have gotten to Hollywood Studios this quickly taking the bus. We'd probably still be on the line waiting for the bus.
Yeah, this is
It's great.
we like the Skyliner. And there's different ones you can
This definitely makes Art of Animation.
more appealing.
Yeah. Well, one, you get big rooms, so everyone gets a bed.
Right. Here we go!
We have to turn it around actually. It feels like you're gonna hit it because it doesn't like stop until like the last minute, right?
Woo!
Right?
Yeah. As you can see, we are back on the Skyliner because this seems to be our favorite mode of transportation.
Definitely. And we're actually going to Magic Kingdom. You would say like, John, why are you on the Skyliner then? Well, we'll tell you. So we're taking the Skyliner to Epcot, and because it's past 2 p.m., you're allowed to park hop. So we're going to walk through Epcot and hop on the monorail at Magic Kingdom. And you might say, why do all that? Well, little Winnie is sleeping in her stroller, and neither the gondolas or the monorail make you take children out of your stroller. They don't make you collapse them like they do on the bus. So she can sleep for the next 45 minutes, and we can still travel in luxury to Magic Kingdom rather than having to wait on a hot line for the bus and having to, you know, fold up the stroller on the bus. We can just kind of lounge, enjoy the breeze.
Yeah.
It's the best. So if you're looking for a roundabout way to get to Magic Kingdom.
In just a few moments, we will be arriving at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. All passengers must disembark or transfer at this station. We hope you enjoyed your journey, and thank you for flying the Disney Skyliner.
So if you're looking for a roundabout way to get to Magic Kingdom, and if you have a stroller, the Skyliner through Epcot to the monorail is the way to do it. Now,
And you have time to kill us.
this is only part one. We could run into some sort of trouble that we're not going to realize, and we'll update if we do. But I think things will go pretty smooth.
Yeah, this is a really short leg. So from Pop / Art of Animation to Caribbean Beach, it's a 3-minute ride. It's like really fast. But we figured Winnie didn't nap today, so we thought maybe we would just let her stay in the stroller.
Plus we're riding by ourselves in these gondolas. So we're going to ride all the way to Epcot by ourselves. We can have any kind of conversation we want. We can plan our next...
It's more the social
When exiting the cabin, please supervise.
We can plan all our next YouTube content without someone stealing it from us.
Here we are. We just got off from Pop/Art of Animation. Over there is, so here's Caribbean Beach. You can see Caribbean Beach, and then that's Caribbean Beach also. So right there is back to Pop and Art of Animation. You can see the sign there. That's Hollywood Studios, and this way is the Riviera and Epcot, and that seems to be the longest line.
We're going to go from hotel to Epcot in what looks like 15 minutes. Maybe less, I don't even know. Pretty amazing. Oh wow, this is going to go high. This one's going to be up there.
Whoa.
Wow, this is almost a ride in itself.
Right, totally is.
Wow. And Epcot's right there. So.
Welcome aboard, Islanders. You are on the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort.
So flying over Caribbean Beach,
We are now sailing over Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, home to a collection of tropical villages inspired by the colorful architecture and lifestyle of the Caribbean islands.
What a view of Epcot. That's going to be the new Guardians ride. There's Tower of Terror. That's back there.
you can see it.
Star Wars Land, Swan and Dolphin.
We're here at the Riviera, and you stay on. It's the only stop where you stay on. If, well, you're coming from Caribbean Beach or Pop or whatever. Well, you're coming from Caribbean Beach. But it's the only one that you can stay on. And what is interesting, John and I are wondering what happens when you go to Riviera. Going back, no, if you're going to Riviera, do you get online and get in with somebody else? Because they're not sending empty ones from...
Oh, you know what that happens a lot? I'm just thinking about this. Anyone who's coming from Hollywood Studios, whose hotel is the Riviera, all those people will be getting off. So I guess you might have enough of those people coming off, and then some people going out. I don't know. My guess is they have to combine some cars here and there.
And then I guess this is where you get on. Oh, so they must combine them because here's, well, maybe not.
No, just, yeah.
If you guys know, let us know in the comments down below how it works. We'll have to ask somebody, but we're not sure. But here we are at the Riviera, and we are about to take off and go to Epcot.
Nice, that one's up there. It was $355 per month?
Mm-hmm. Up and away.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Riviera Resort. If you're just joining us, we are on our way to Epcot.
That's the World Showcase?
Yeah, that's
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
Yeah. So here's the little, I guess roundabout it was called. Sorry, you probably see my reflection more than you can see the roundabout. They actually stopped us. They can't stop every time, you think, right? No, because there's going to be stuff that are going to go through.
No, they don't stop every time. Something must have caused them to have to stop.
That's the only thing, guys, about this is that I could be a little claustrophobic if I'm not moving. All right, so let's figure out how. Okay, and then they come in that little. Interesting. You can see these guys over here. So you come into like a little turn station. They do. Here we go! Launching again.
Coming into view is Disney's Boardwalk Inn.
Here's a look at Ratatouille.
We are now arriving at Epcot. To all who come to this place of joy,
You can
hope,
actually walk
and
back there
friendship,
now. Oh, you can't walk back
welcome.
here. Ah.
When exiting the
I
cabin,
think there's
please
more right here.
supervise children, collect your belongings,
not getting
and
on that.
watch your
Oh.
steps. Thank you for flying with us.
So we're taking the long way to Magic Kingdom. As we mentioned, we wanted her to nap, so we figured let's take the Skyliner to Epcot, the monorail to Magic Kingdom. We know it's like gonna take an hour, but at least she'll nap for that time, so.
But we get to walk through Epcot.
Yeah.
We get to take the Skyliner, which is like a ride, and we get to walk through a beautiful park like Epcot. So
We are on the gondola again. Woo! Okay, so we told you we're gonna do our full review of the gondolas. This one's only like 2 minutes long, so. The only downside though is from Pop to Caribbean Beach, it takes like 3 minutes to go. But then you have to wait in line again, so like another 20 minutes. Winnie loves it. It takes, you know, whatever time. When we went to Hollywood Studios the other day, we just were on and off, which was great, but the Epcot line in the morning the other day when we were going to Hollywood was like 30 minutes long. Today they said it's 20, and it is 10:26.
Oh, I hope actually
Park
we don't
opens
have
at
to go outside in the
11.
sun if the run is really cool. I was thinking about it.
Hopefully not, but so that is the only downside. So if you're coming at peak times, you do have to wait twice if you're not staying at Caribbean Beach.
So they did tell us that if the line for Epcot's long, you could always take the Skyliner to Hollywood and
and
either
walk.
friendship boat or walk to Epcot. If it's going to be longer than a half.
Permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se
Mickey.
abran automáticamente
Oh
y
goodness.
observen
Okay,
sus
not
pasos.
sure if you guys can
Gracias
see, but
por
the line,
volar
John
con
Jinx does,
nosotros.
it does go outside, so that's gonna be brutal. We're now on our second / third leg. I guess it's more like the third leg. What we are trying to figure out. So here's when you come from Pop or Art of Animation. Winnie is really excited. You get to the main hub, and you can either go to Epcot / the Riviera or Hollywood Studios. So we got off, and they put you in one line, and they funnel you from that one line to Hollywood or Epcot. We were thinking, like, why that seems silly. Like, if you've already waited at Pop and Art, why are you going to have to wait again? It is a long, when you have to wait that twice, it just, I guess they don't have enough room at the hub, but it felt like we've already waited 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, and now we have to wait another 15, 20 minutes or longer, depending on, that's just what it was today.
In just a few moments, we will be taking a scenic spin around the Skyliner turn station. Please remain seated. This station was designed for turning only.
But it is what it is. We think that maybe that could have been done a little bit better because, again, like now you have to wait twice. So that seems a little unfair. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're in the turn station.
But still comparing it to the buses, I still think even if it's a little bit longer on days like today, and that's hard to say if it's a little bit longer. We could have been on a line at Epcot that we would have had to wait for the second or third bus, who knows. But even though it's a little bit longer, it still feels like you're almost on a Disney World ride. I mean, is this any different than soaring, really? So it's pleasurable. And, you know, once you're on it, it kind of moves. We stopped a couple times yesterday, but today's been, for the most part, just kind of zipping along here. I enjoy it. I do think, you know, we also decided to come when Epcot was open. If you have some flexibility in your schedule, and maybe when the world goes back to fast passes, if your fast passes don't start till later in the afternoon, you know you're going to get on the rides you want. There's no reason to rush to the gondolas in the morning. You know, hop on the Skyliner after the park is opened. We're technically getting to Epcot. We technically were getting on board the Skyliner an hour before Epcot's opening time.
Which, from what we've seen and heard, it opens a lot earlier than that.
If you have your fast passes in the afternoon, you know, you could hop on the Skyliner later. Also, I think they probably open the park earlier than the 11 o'clock posted time because the World Showcase entrance isn't that big, and there's a lot of people on the Skyliner, so you can't have them all just piling up in the queue there. So I think they just open it and kind of let them enjoy the scenery of Epcot, even if the rides aren't going yet.
Okay, we just got off of Skyliner, and we were talking to one of the cast members because
It's very helpful.
we were, yes, he
Should have got
was.
his name. You could have shouted him out. He's working the Skyliner at World Showcase.
He had glasses. Nice guy.
Monday
Thick a beard. So the reason he was actually also able to talk to us, even though he was operating it, we were like paused for a minute. So
Yeah, so we were kind of talking in the cabin and out.
yeah. So tell him what we learned.
So we learned that the reason that the Skyliner stops on the Epcot line is at the Riviera they don't have a special loading area for wheelchairs, which they do at Pop and they do at the parks, which is really ingenious. At the Caribbean Beach and,
right.
and Pop. It's really ingenious though how they do it too. But anyway, Riviera doesn't have one, so anytime you get a wheelchair that has to be loaded, they have to stop the whole system so they can get that person on safely. So that's the reason you stop on the Epcot line. And
right.
not
And they also
At least now you know, if you stop, you don't have to panic.
Is that the word, disembark? They also disembark several empty ones at a time. So this is where we came from, that way, and then here is the water and the bridge that you would cross over to go to Art of Animation. So like that's Cars over there, I think Nemo's right here, and over in the distance behind John you can see Ariel. And here's the line for the Skyliner that we are on. And the Skyliner does run from both Art of Animation and Pop. So it does funnel all into the same place, but here's the Skyliner. We find ourselves in the Skyliner again this morning. So this is gonna be just a mishmash of our Skyliner review. Right now, Winnie and John are watching all the other ones go by. This morning, I didn't really hear her talk. Call her Carol, the voice. We've heard a mix of things as far as when the Skyliner runs, at least from Pop and Art. We were told it didn't open till 8. We were told sometimes it opens a little after 8. Then the girl this morning said it opens as early as 7:30. So that is one thing we've been getting a mix of information about, but maybe that's because things are constantly changing. So we're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and just assume that maybe things are just changing on a daily basis. We do have a reservation at Topolino. It was supposed to be at 7:45. We didn't think we could get on the Skyliner to 8 o'clock. We had someone at the resort call ahead and let them know, and they said it was fine. And then on the line, they told us that they run into this issue all the time, that people come from Pop and Art all the time with Topolino reservations, and they let them keep their reservations. So our hope is we don't have to wait too long because we are late. So if you are going to Topolino for breakfast, you are staying on the Skyliner. I think the earliest reservation they have is 7:30 or 7:45. Oh, this line is long. So we may have to talk to somebody about getting over there, or we may be walking. Either way though, if you're staying at Art or Pop and have a Topolino reservation, try to get there at 7:30. If you have a 7:45 reservation, I'm not sure what you do at 7:30. I guess you'd be in the same boat as us. But let them know, and then hopefully you can get on early and make it on time to your reservation. We got off the Skyliner at the Caribbean Beach Club stop, the main hub, and they told us since we have a Topolino reservation that we would go see one in Corey. So Corey told us to come over to here. So we're actually in the loading zone where they typically load the people with wheelchairs. So I'll show you how that looks. So here's the main line, all here. Everyone's going to Hollywood Studios. And so normally we'd funnel that way and then Hollywood Studios that way. This is the Epcot line. Where are you guys going? Topolino. So we are getting on here. Thank you. So it's like a special little entrance. So now we actually get to see how it works. We were wondering, right, how it works. Like when you got on this car, the wheelchair, so we'll get to experience it. So all the other cars are moving right now. Ours is stationary. We just saw another one go out. So I guess they funnel them out every so often.
We're still sitting here at the, I guess what you would call the wheelchair spot. They put us to the front here. They only sent a couple of these out every rotation, so we'll see when we actually get moving here. Hopefully soon.
Oh,
there we go.
Here we go.
So it probably sat like 2 minutes. Probably sat there about 2 minutes. They might send a wheelchair or gondola out every 2 minutes or so. Maybe it's like,
So you can see these are the main ones, and then they have them back here. This is where we come from. So I guess
these doors are gonna open again.
Oh, maybe. So some of them, this is like where they shuffle through, and I guess they send them back this way, because now there's another one sitting over there.
Yeah, they go through.
Okay, so here's one that's going through. So like, I guess they keep maybe 2 or 3. I guess 2. They keep 2 over there. Here comes Mickey and Minnie. So now we are getting put in with the rest of the crowd. Who's that? You saw Mickey? That's Pluto. Hi, Pluto.
Of the Caribbean.
You having fun, baby? What do you say? Whee! last time on the Skyliner for this trip, and we lucked out and we got a clear one, which is awesome. And then on the other side of us is a frozen one. Now it's Sven and Kristoff, so we won't be able to see Anna and Elsa, but I still think it's very fitting that our last time, oh, that's me, on the Skyliner is our favorite clear one with frozen behind us. One thing we've been trying to figure out is what hotel is that behind the Caribbean Beach Club. So if you guys know, let us know in the comments down below. Right now it's 10:30 and as you can see behind me, the line is very long for the Skyliner. We're going back to the top, so it's not that bad for us. But for everybody else, this is a very busy time. It's not feeding for one line?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, so maybe not. So maybe Hollywood is just short. So Hollywood Studios has been open since 9 a.m. so that line is short. But the Epcot line seems to get really long.
It's open.
It opens at 11. It's 10:30 right now. Yeah, they let people in early. So, oh yay! We're getting on a clear one again. All right. Before we take off, John, what are your thoughts on the Skyliner? 10 seconds or less.
It's excellent. Super efficient.
You recommend staying on the Skyliner line?
Well, if you can stay at the Riviera, sure. No, but even if you can stay at Pop or Art of Animation, it's super convenient. It seems like the place to really stay would be Caribbean Beach because you're one
The
shot
main
to Epcot or Hollywood. And depending on where you're staying at Caribbean Beach, you can hop on the Riviera
Line as
location.
well.
Yeah, which seems to be much shorter, always.
So that takes us through our review of the Skyliner. Overall thoughts, we really like the Skyliner. It was a very pleasurable experience. The air really does pass through. I'm interested to see how it's going to sound coming back on video, what it sounds like. But we really enjoyed staying on the Skyliner. We would love to stay at the Riviera. That's where we just came from. We're in Caribbean Beach. I've been there years ago. And college lacrosse team, frankly. So we hope you enjoyed our thoughts on the Skyliner. If you guys liked this video, please
Give it a thumbs up.
subscribe if you're new,
Ring that notification bell.
and leave us a comment. And with that, let us know if you've been to on the Skyliner. Let us know if you've been on the Skyliner. With that, we'll see you real soon. What do you say? Bye. Let's just do a little. Oh, she's always talking.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner.
Thanks, Carol. I need her Carol.
We are now gliding over
Carol.
Hourglass Lake. Please.
We learned about the Skyliner now that we've been on it. Oh, that Carol always interrupts us.
Welcome aboard, Islanders.
Hi.
You saw Elsa?
And enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
You're right.
I'm gonna see her today.